Alright, here we are today at Rockburn Branch Disc Golf Course. Brian Cook on the tee first with a forehand. Joel Preventure up next, throwing a big backhand shot. Looks good. He probably wanted a little bit more turn out of it than that. Brian with a forehand approach. Should give him a nice look. Joel with a great drive, staring at the basket, making a run at it. Not much of a run. And Brian's missed putt count, number 1. Joel with an easy par. Joel's next drive, big backhand. Whoa! And he pulls it a little too hard. It's alright, he can work with that. Brian staring straight down the tunnel and throws it straight off to the left. Tough shot out of the woods. Big forehand mid-range approach. Oh, that'll do. Joel trying to put one close to the basket. Instead, he puts one close to hole number 6's tee. Brian's going to have to touch this iron in there. Oh, and he does. Looks good. Joel's got a lot of work here for a par. Not much more he could do than that. And you'll see Brian's disc park nicely. Hole 3, Joel's drive. Didn't quite flip it over like he was looking for. Brian's drive. A nice run at the basket. Get through the trees. That'll be nice. Joel's putt for 2. Oh! So close to canning it. Hole 4. Tough shot to get out. Brian goes for the tight line. Gets clean, but the flick doesn't flip. Joel's going to take the safer route that leaves you up on top of the hill. Good shot. Joel needs a big forehand to bite into the woods. We'll see how that one shakes out. Brian's a little too tight to the tree line. He's going for a big blade. Just hoping to get close to the basket and not hit anything. And Brian's got a good opportunity here, but no, he misses his second putt of the day. Oh, and he misses his third putt too. Too bad, Brian. You should slow down a little bit. Joel's drive on hole 5. Pretty straightforward shot. Big straight run with a hyzer at the end. Joel throws a little bit of hyzer on it, and he'll be looking at a putt up to the tree, through the trees. Brian's throwing Legacy Rampage here. Oh, let's go that one high. We're going to have to see how this one shakes out. It's kind of far from the basket thanks to hitting the early trees. And he steps up. Oh, and cans a long putt. He needed that. Joel looking at a 2. And he takes the 2. Hole 6. Joel's up. And Sir Ripalot shanks this one, unfortunately. It's alright, he'll have a putt from there. Chance for Brian to get close to the basket. Aftershock mid-range also flipped over into the early tree. Tough second shot ahead here for Brian and Joel. Brian makes a good run, gets himself close to the target. That should be an easy 3. Oh, and unfortunately we're seeing the missed putt count. That y'all know what that means. And Joel steps up, also takes a bogey. Hole 7's in the short position. All you need is an easy flip, easy backhand. Joel gets a little high, catches some cabbage, misses the early tree, should be okay. Brian throws a nice controlled mid-range shot. Has a good run at the basket. Should be a little bit deep. Joel with a look at the basket. Oh, he chains out. Misses a good opportunity to take a two. Brian is actually a lot deep. He's got a long look straight forward at the basket. Gives it a decent run, but no love. Joel cleans it up. Brian finishes out. Hole 8. Joel pulls it a little bit to the right. Catches some cabbage. Brian gets a nice shot down the fairway. It's turning hard and left. We'll have to see how that looks. Joel's fortunate to still be on the fairway, and he has a great approach. Just misses. Easy putt. Brian's going to try to give this one a run. Gets around the big tree, but no love. Joel's forehand approach drive on hole 9. Pulls it. Looks like trouble. We'll have to see where he winds up. Brian's looking to hit the big gap in the middle. Oh, instead he takes some tight early lines. Fading to the right. Might be okay. Joel, fortunate to get ahead of all the crap. Hey, makes a great Anheuser approach. Brian's got an easy control flick. Should be no problem from there. You'll notice the infamous half tree on hole 9 here to the right. How it's still standing, we do not know. That same half tree you can now see just to the left behind the basket. Alright, hole 10. Forehand shot. We're playing to the C pin, which is way right, down an alley. Brian gets a good drive, a little bit deep of the lane. Joel cuts the corner tight and leaves himself in the perfect spot. Alright, Brian's choosing to take the outside route. Looks to Joel, and it's okay. Joel looking up the lane. All he's got to do is throw it right up under the basket. Instead, he over Anheisers it. Going to be a pucker putt. Oh, there's the Brian missed putt count. This one must be close. Oh, and indeed it is, as it rims out. Joel casually takes another stroke. Hole 11. Joel flirts with danger on the right. We'll have to see what happens. Notice the deer running by behind the basket. I was noticing the deer as I throw into the woods. Pretty routine forehand throw. Just got to touch it down by the basket. Brian gives a little bit too much oomph. Should be no problem. Joel got lucky. Lays it up. 3 city. Doesn't even take his bag off. Man, that guy's confident. Alright, hole 12. Joel's eyeing up a big forehand. Hoping to get through that gap. Turning that direction to skip that way. Great shot, Joel. Brian's going to try and follow Joel. Instead, he shanks it a little bit left. Catches some high trees. Going to have a far shot here. Didn't quite get out of the mess. After a little indecision, Brian's going to try a big forehand shot with his Latitude 64 Gold Line River. Just trying to get close. That looks pretty good. Joel with a great drive. Throws a nice easy shot up the middle. No problem. Uh-oh. Brian's missed putt number 6. We love seeing these. Dunk. Hole number 13. Great shot downhill. Basket's to the left behind the big tree. Joel is looking right at... Oh! I'm trying to throw a straighter shot with a more stable disc. It's looking pretty good, but that overstability is coming into play right now as I catch the tree in front of the basket. And I'm setting up. I'm trying to ignore the blue sign as I'm getting ready for my putt. Oh, top rim of the lower basket. And Joel making it look easy. Hole 14 to the C pin. We're going to throw up to that big excavator.